Hey Donna,
Hey, Greg.
what a bummer. Um, wel-
Horrible.
Welcome to Purple Blood, Laker fans. This is the Laker podcast for Laker fans by Laker fans who are certainly depressed after such a pathetic showing by a team that got off to such a good start this season. We looked like the worst we've been over the past 5 years.
Look bad.
Yeah. Um,
Horrible.
this is going to be a short show because I don't want to talk about this loss. I
We
really
didn't do anything. We didn't do anything well.
AD
They,
had AD had a good game with lots of moments, but he fell down a few times, of course.
yeah, I thought he was hurt that one when they were showing him. I was like, oh, Lord.
Yeah, here we
But
go.
they were physical with us, and we did not match that physicality at all. They were knocking us around. Refs weren't calling anything. We were complaining. And then we try to go to a hole all aggressively, and they block it or we miss it. It was a horrible defensive showing, period. And they beat us off the dribble almost every single play. Their guys would beat us off the dribble and get to the basket or shoot a little or kick it out to the three. I mean, they came in and they played yesterday in New York.
And I saw them on Stoner Sports Network, which is one of my favorite guy. Those guys are just funny the way they call stuff. And they were making fun of Detroit. And I was like, it's so hard for me to watch y'all make fun of Detroit after they made fun of my Lakers. It was
Right.
terrible.
It
Um,
was terrible.
uh,
Just no effort. And they were running us. They act like we played the night before, but they were running us. And then we tried to run them, and it just wasn't good. They have too many athletes, too many young guns, and we let them get going. And then there was no turning back.
we cannot handle athletic,
No,
um, aggressive, physical teams.
no.
And I think Memphis is going to give us problems.
Memphis always gives us problems, and they're going to give us problems on Wednesday.
I
And
think
Cleveland gave
Char
us problems.
Cleveland gave
And
us problems. Charlotte's going to give us problems.
yeah, it's
Um,
just that East Coast physicality, athleticism, young. It
we
takes
got,
us too long to regroup, kind of.
yeah, yeah.
It's yeah.
But,
This one was ugly though. I was pissed off at them. I just it was just ugly. This is one of those games that it's just like we ain't winning. Even though we got within 6 points, I think at the end of the third quarter,
right.
every time we got close, they would answer.
Yep. They had
Yeah,
an answer and they had a definitive answer. It
they
was
did.
not, it was, there was no, there was never a question that they were in control of the game. They
Yeah,
just did the same thing we typically do. All
yeah.
NBA teams do. They tend to relax a little bit when they know they got it in the bag.
I know.
Uh,
That was
I'm I'm
horrible.
I'm gonna quickly go through a couple things that I noticed. The first play to AD, it was D'Lo to AR to Bron to AD, and I was like, okay, here we go. We're in the offense. And then Detroit went on a run, led by in that first quarter Tobias.
Yes.
Tobias.
I forgot they had Tobias and Tim Hardaway Jr.
I know, like that's
Oh,
the place where like NBA cats that it didn't work out for go to die.
right.
And
And
they
Malik Beasley.
exact same situation, right?
Yep.
A guy
Hmm.
that didn't work out on a good team, so he ended up
Right.
with a crappy team.
Right.
Um, and then after their run, we did a timeout. Um, and then Brown got the ball, got double teamed, and held it.
I remember seeing that.
And then finally, D'Lo got the ball. He got it to AD for a dunk. D'Lo got it to Brown for a layup on a fast break. D'Lo got it to AD for a layup on a fast break. And I'm like, okay, it was 8-7, or they got a little bit ahead of us, but not by much.
Right.
But then Christie made three bad plays in a row.
Three bad
Fouled
plays.
somebody, he made a
It's
turnover,
horrible.
and he missed a layup. That was his decision, ISO layup.
It
And
was
I'm
bad
like,
again.
I want Christie shooting the ball, but I don't want him doing ISO. I want him when you come off the bench to score, your job is to score in the offense. You're not
Right.
LeBron James, and you know that. And so,
Right.
no, you don't get to ISO, bro. What are you doing?
He was bad. I noticed that. He only played 4 minutes in the game. I guess coach was mad at him too.
Yeah, because he gave
Um,
because of that physicality, he gave Cam Reddish some.
Reddish.
a lot of run.
A
And the
lot of
first thing
run.
Cam did was get into it with somebody. And it's like, no, we don't need
Right.
you out here barking. We need you out here playing.
He
Gabe got
scored
to
zero.
the
He
hole.
scored 0 points.
Yeah, it's just uh Jackson got offensive rebound on a miss. And then we replaced Christie with Connect. We ended the first quarter 33-22.
Ugh,
That's just
it's ridiculous.
and then first play, Ivy blow by.
Yes.
Braun got a dunk for Jax, and then Ivy got a mid-range float off two screens. So they were a combination of blowing by us with good timing. It was like they were intelligent with their
Yes.
aggression. And other than that, they were actually flowing their offense.
Yeah, they were great. They
And
played a great game.
and then Braun got his shot blocked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when he went down for the layup. Yes. Oh my, I was like, what?
When Rui gets his shot blocked twice, it's the same as Braun getting his block once. It's just a downer
It
for
was
the team. It's like
horrible. It's a
we just
downer.
can't do it. We suck.
No, it was
And
horrible.
yeah,
And every time we would make a run and they would come back, you could see the guys like deflated.
that's what I'm
They would
saying. That's
it was
exactly
just like
yeah, yeah. And then
it should have been deflated.
Ivy did a spin move on Rui that was just
Oh,
thick.
Ivy's he's good.
Uh, Ivy did a layup. I can't read what I'm writing here. AR went over a screen on an Ivy layup. And then Davis went to the fadeaway and missed it.
Yeah.
And if we don't have a big man advantage on Detroit, then AD, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
start talking about money, but
Isaiah Stewart is very physical,
we
even though he's
always
not
talk
as
about
big as AD.
we always talk about how physical bigs, just push AD off of his spot.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
got his money
Yeah.
tonight. But there was something about the way he was getting it that just wasn't good for the team.
He didn't get any
Um,
help. Well, he got help from Brian as far as scoring, but it was the defensive side of it that was just,
he was a step slow on defense. He was not
yes.
marking the rim.
No. Everybody
Um,
was a step slow. They blow by Austin. Austin get frustrated if he didn't get
yep.
the it was just you could
He got
just
it,
see them frustrated all game.
and I think it was the fourth quarter. Austin got a technical foul on getting
Oh yeah.
frustrated.
Yeah.
Bron to 80 for a oop, Bron to 80 for a midi. And then Cam Reddish comes in the game, and I'm like,
He
um,
mad at Christie.
well, see, we got mad at him because he got mad at D'Lo and AR, and started giving Reddish run, and again the pundits called him stupid basically, and now the superstar coach is using Cam Reddish.
One
So
time though. It's only been one game.
I feel like no, he's been in two games.
Oh, I haven't seen him in another game. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. But
Um, I think I'm already ready to demand that the LA media send an apology note to him. But
nah. Nope.
I'll gather more evidence over the course of the year.
No, Ham was horrible, and we all know it.
No, he wasn't. I don't
He
think.
was just a brother, and that's why you went. Ham was horrible.
No, it not
Ham
had nothing to do with him being a brother. It was what you liked about him was
at
what
the
we needed.
beginning,
It
I
was
thought he was
because
going to
they
bring that
stopped listening to
aggression.
him. They
But you got
stopped.
to have some basketball knowledge as well. Along, I like the aggression and the toughness, but he didn't bring the basket. He didn't pay attention to the details and the intricacies of the game. So
So
he would
none
always
of
get
those
out coached.
none of those coaches that were forced around him were paying attention to details either.
Those coaches were not forced around him. That was the deal. They let him pick his own coaches.
Oh no, that's not 100%
No, yes, that
true.
was the truth because with Vogel, they picked Vogel's coaches. So when they got Ham, they said, we're not going to pick his coaches. We're going to let him pick his own. He would never hire a veteran coach on the bench. He hired his boys back from Milwaukee and Atlanta days, and he never would hire that veteran coach. But the Lakers stayed back and said, we're going to let him. We did that to
I
Vogel.
thought
We're not going to do
I,
it to him.
he I got to look at his staff. I thought we
He had
gave.
Handy on there. That was it.
That's what I thought was the holdover. Yeah, who's supposed to be developing players? Why is Rui still going up and getting his
I
shot
know.
block?
He got more
Where's
blocks
Rui's
today.
development?
I know.
Is that Ham's fault?
Maybe that's why they didn't bring him back. Is he somewhere else? Handy?
Yeah, I think I've seen him somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, who cares now?
Yeah, but they were
Uh,
just horrible. I just felt like defensively, we were just bad all night. They got whatever they wanted. They knew exactly how to attack us. And we would do some good things offensively and kind of get ourselves together. And then on the other side, they would just score on us and it was just deflating. It was ugly.
Detroit got a free throw rebound dunk.
I know. They out rebounded us by 18
No, a free
today.
throw rebound.
I know. It's ridiculous. That's
Um,
laziness.
and then Bron ISO fadeaway miss, which led to an Ivy fast break layup.
Yeah. Ivy was the
Uh,
man today.
we huh?
Ivy was the man today for them.
They traded off. It started off Tobias. It moved to
Oh, yeah.
Ivy. The bigs were contributing throughout the whole game, and
I
they
know.
ended it with the man himself, Cade, and he played in that fourth quarter like a champion.
Yeah. I love him.
But at the end of the second, it was 67 53. And we were discombobulated at that point.
Yeah.
We were disgusted with our own selves.
Yeah.
Um,
You could tell.
Start the third quarter, Bron to Reeves for a brick. He hit the whole other side of the rim. AD back down Tobias and missed the lay.
Yeah. He missed some chippies.
AR hit a three. And then Ivy pushed D'Lo. He was trying to shoot his free throws, and D'Lo was doing his irritating thing, and he pushed him out of the way. And that to me was emblematic of them being aggressive, us not having a response. D'Lo just became a weirdo for the rest of the game. After that little push, he was trying to go one-on-one. He wasn't focused on defense. He started off the game actually paying attention on defense. I like when he plays like that.
I know they all lost it. I don't know what happened. They were getting blown by, and I think they just, to me, they gave up. It was just like they were looking around like, what are we supposed to do? Like they were playing some good team or something. It was frustrating. I haven't seen them this year look deflated and look just disgusted with themselves. And that's the way they looked in this game. It was just like, what is going on? But y'all got beat.
You take a timeout, everybody calms down, and you go out there and run your offense. And we never had confidence in our offense.
No.
This gets at this is why I'm not ready to throw Ham out with the bathwater, because these players, he's already gone. My point is our excitement about our new coach and his staff is extra, because there isn't a coach in the world who can make this team get up when they don't feel like getting up. That's any
team.
That's why I'm so frustrated with player control right now. Because as a fan,
keep talking about player control.
Players
have always had control.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have.
No, they haven't.
Years.
Riley would have ran these fools down to 110 freeway.
Yeah, but it was always only a few coaches that had that control. The Popovich, the Rileys, the Phil Jacksons. There was only a few of them. It was only a few of them.
That's the genius coach. I don't
care. They don't exist anymore. They're gone. Where are they?
We just named them. There's a young one in Boston.
I don't know. The theory is still out on him. I think he's done a good job, but I wouldn't put him in the Riley, Phil Jackson, Popovich role.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to make him a genius. I'm saying he knows how to get his players motivated throughout the whole season.
But look at Spoelstra. He knows how to get them, but they ain't won diddly.
They got to the finals 2 times with nothing.
That was back at the bubble.
With no, they've gotten since then.
No.
They've gone back with Jimmy. Since then, since the bubble, they've been back in the finals.
What was that, 2022?
It's impossible. The year that they got beat by Denver. That's why
that was them. You're right.
That's why we picked up Gabe. That's the only reason Gabe is on this
roster. Yeah, that's right.
A mess of things.
And he had 0 points again.
Nothing.
I saw a stat that said Tim Hardaway scored 19 tonight, and Vincent has scored 19 all season.
Horrible. So I gotta go through my list because these things are all connected. Ivy passed to Duran for a dunk, and then AD hits a jumper, and then AD tried to pass the ball to Rui and made a turnover, and Hardaway hit a step back three. Then
I forgot about
after I
Hardaway.
said the push from Ivy at the free throw line, D'Lo did an ISO three, uh, and then Rui fell down, and then Rui missed a layup, and then D'Lo went one on one. And then Rui double dribbled the ball trying to pass it, and they didn't call it. But
Rui was off
he
again.
was just
Oh
uh,
no, what's the lad. These are 3 games. He had 8 points again. He's
and
just
by the third quarter, I'm realizing how bad things are. So I started looking amongst the stands, and I realized there's zero pretty women in the stands in Detroit.
yes.
So we like how can we lose to a team with no fine women in the stands?
Oh my God, it was horrible.
All right,
It was one
that
of
was
them
terrible.
games.
AR hit a three on some action, and I thought, okay, let's get back to running our offense because that always works for us
Yeah.
so far this season. I'm
Hmm.
not saying the coaches don't have a good scheme. I'm saying the problem has never been the coaches. The problem is these players just quit.
I know. This is
They
the first
just
game I think they've
quit.
quit.
This is not the first
Maybe
game they
Cleveland.
quit. This is the first game. Well, this is the second game this year they've quit, but
Yeah, I think Cleveland too.
it's about the 30th game since they've been here that they've
Yeah,
quit.
but Cleveland was really good, so I can't put that on. But Detroit, we got it down to 6 points at the end of the third quarter, and then laid an egg in the fourth.
AR got a three on action, um, and we were down to a 10-point deficit. Um, Brown did an ISO, um, and they thought it was a foul, and they reviewed it, and it was no foul. He got his shot blocked,
Yeah,
and
he was getting blocked tonight.
and
Everybody was getting blocked.
and then he made an ISO fadeaway. I keep saying the word ISO because we're not running our offense even on the
No.
makes. Um, Ivy did a turnover, and then AD got a layup on when I say action, I mean the ball is moving, the people are moving, the way
Yeah.
they're designed. And we ended the third quarter 77 to 83, 6 points. Um,
I thought, okay, we back in this thing. They're gonna calm down in the fourth, and we're gonna make this a game down the stretch. And
so we opened the fourth with a perfect play. Or did we? I think maybe it was them.
yeah, I think it was them.
They opened the fourth with a perfect play. All five players touched the ball and they ended it with a dunk. And that's the kind of stuff we do when we got it rolling.
I know.
And then Brian did an ISO and missed. And I was like, tale of two cities.
Yeah, it
And Detroit
was
is
bad.
the better city. And then Reeves got a quick three on a turnover and missed it. Bron did a lazy pass that led to a Tobias steal and dunk.
It
When
was
is
bad.
Tobias quick in passing lanes?
Never.
The ball it's like he didn't have the energy to get it over
Yeah.
to
He didn't have a
D'Lo.
good game.
Uh, um, Bronte Hayes led to free throws. He missed one. And then AR 3-point play, but he missed one. He missed the free throw.
Yeah, we've been missing free throws lately. I don't know what's up with that.
And then Ivy got aggressive to the rim and got a layup. AD missed a three.
I love that kid.
We got an offensive rebound. AD got a lay and an and one. And then Bron ISO fadeaway three miss. This is a recurring theme. When
Yeah, it was
Bron
bad.
wants to just pull up and get away from you, we're not winning those games.
Yeah.
I don't care if he shoots 40% from three. AD fadeaway.
Sometimes I think he just don't have the energy to go to the hole.
We need somebody that can come in and
That's the problem with, like, if our starters aren't all on, we
yeah,
have nobody to come off the bench and
nobody.
say, there's not that guy on the bench that says, okay, Bron's not having a good game. I'm going to make up some points here, or Christie or Vincent. None of them have the ability to come in and help the five out.
We haven't since Russell Westbrook had a player on our bench that is a candidate for six man of the year.
Yeah.
Not since Cooper.
No, we had Robert Ory and those guys.
Yeah, they weren't candidates for six man of the year, but they were championship pieces. Rick Fox, Robert Ory, whichever one was the
Yeah,
star.
Robert Ory should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I hope he gets there. Big
Mm-hmm.
shot, Rob.
But
Um,
Yeah, we just don't have that bench. Our bench got outscored by a lot. Like I think our bench had 8 points tonight. We can't have that. And because they're going to run our starters in the ground. We've only played 6 games now, and they're playing big minutes. Everybody's playing big minutes on the start because our bench just doesn't help us out.
Is Bron fatigued from the Olympics? It's going to come up.
No, I just think Bron's older now. So I just think some games he's going to be that Bron. And then some games he's just going to be like a normal guy. And we need him to be that guy every night on this team because we just don't have enough. I mean, we just don't have enough. Look at Rui. We were excited about him in the last 3 games. He's had 24 points, 8 points each game, getting shots blocked. He doesn't look like the same Rui that was at the beginning. And I don't know what's going on with him. He's forcing it. I don't know what's going on, but
Do
he
you
doesn't look like the same Rui.
do you remember when KD said no one wants to come to LA to play with Bron?
I don't believe that though.
I'm starting to feel like
Yeah. We just don't have money to get people. That's
it's
the problem. People want money and we don't have the money to get them. That's the bottom line. I don't believe in people don't
I
want to
think
play with him.
people used to think if they came here they could get their money in movies and commercials and
Yeah, those days is over because you can get everything anywhere else now. You don't have to be in LA or New York to get those things. So
I
people are
think
staying and getting paid.
I
These
think
young players want money. I mean, I think everybody wants money, but some of them rather stay on a bad team and get their money than go somewhere and take a little less money to win. They're just a little different.
I think you ignore this, but I think there's something there regarding
I
Bron.
don't,
And
I don't,
and
I don't ever buy. People used to say people didn't want to play with Kobe. And you talk to people and they say, we would love to pay with Kobe, but people want their money. And Lakers have never had money to go get a big free agent. How often have we gotten? Most times we get our big free agents through a trade. We happen to have money when Brian came. That's because we had all them rookies on the team and we had salary cap space. But when you have 2 stars on your team, ain't a whole bunch of salary cap space. You're not going to get that guy. These guys, I mean, Dame Lillard's making 60 million a year. These players are making 50, 40, 50, these good players. And we've never had that salary cap money. When you have 2 stars on your team, you don't have that salary cap money. And people
we ha
want money.
we had a chance to have Dame here, and he chose not to come here.
And I'm okay with him because Dame
Yeah.
has never won anything in his
See how you
life.
flip? See how you flip? You
No, I
use
was
him as
fine
an
with Dame.
example.
I wanted Dame, but when he didn't want to come, I was fine with that because Dame, you've never won a thing. So you got your nerves saying you don't want to come here. He
When
didn't want to
he
come to a team that was already winning. He wanted to go, but he's in Milwaukee now. So have good luck in Milwaukee.
what I thought he said was, if I come and we lose, it's gonna be my fault. And I thought, if your
That's
first
not
thought,
true.
if your first thought as a Laker is what happens if we lose, then you're not a Laker. You shouldn't be here.
Yeah, we don't want you if you're talking like that
You've lost too much in Portland. Your brain is messed up, and you're not a winner anymore.
because he was in Portland too long.
Yeah. Um,
So
so I
stay
won't go
there.
through any more details. There's one Reeves took on 3 Pistons and turned it over.
Yeah,
AI,
we just didn't play
then
well.
Reeves right after that play, he got the tech on a tantrum, and it's like, boy, you don't we can't afford for you to be talking to the refs.
No, we need you to
Uh,
stay calm
yeah.
because you're
Uh,
not going to get any calls. Sorry, AR, you're not going to get the calls.
I could go on,
Yeah,
but it
but it
was
was just a
just
bad game. They were the aggressors, and the
yes.
refs let them play because they were very physical. And the refs let them play because when the team is more physical, the refs are gonna tend to let them play. And the Lakers were getting aggravated by their physicality, and it just took us out of our game. And even though AD got his numbers, Bron got good numbers, even AR's numbers were decent, but still, you just look at the game and it just wasn't good.
The last physical player that the Lakers had that I remember, and you're going to correct me from this, but Samaki Walker, I thought was going to be that physical presence, but he couldn't hardly play basketball.
Our most physical player was Ron Artest, world meta piece,
Thank you for
whatever.
reminding me that, and we
Yeah,
want a chip. We want we
yeah, we
want
won a chip.
we want a chip with him
Mm-hmm.
on
Mm-hmm.
on his shot
That
because
oh,
he was not brought in to play defense. He was brought in to play defense and offense,
and Kobe passed him that ball
and
too.
he couldn't believe it.
He couldn't believe it. I was so happy he made it because I was a nervous wreck. But he was probably the last physical guy that loved to be physical, and that was his thing. And We
We
haven't
got
really had that guy.
we got Karl Malone when he was banged up.
Yeah.
Couldn't do
We should
nothing.
have won the chip that year, really.
That
Against
that
Detroit, we should have
that
won that
changed
chip.
our trajectory.
It did.
That losing with GP and Karl Malone, that was some sort of a nasty karma for us.
Yeah, it was.
And
Because Carmelo wasn't supposed to be here. You know how we hated Carmelo and he hated the Lakers and he talked crap about Magic when Magic got HIV, and then Magic let him wear his number when he came to, all that stuff. And then he got hurt and hadn't been hurt in years. And
well,
it
he
was just
went at
bad karma.
Kobe's wife in the stands.
I know it. That was
And
a
it's like,
mess.
bro, get out of here.
I
So,
know it. So he was just bad karma.
and it took me, he had been playing in the NBA for 10 years before I realized what he had done, with the teenage girl. And so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, he was
that's
bad. We shouldn't have brought him in.
and now Jackson Hayes, new video and new investigation. We won't say
And
much.
that happened. I can't believe that because that happened a long time ago and he already served the time for it and all of that. And they're bringing because the video came out. So now they want to, but you guys already investigated that and gave him his punishment. Why are you bringing it up again?
It's a weird thing.
It's weird.
So I don't know.
I don't know what's going to happen there. And
Having said that, watching what is it? Is it what's his name? Is it Barnes, the guy in um Charlotte?
um, can't think of his name right. Mikal Bridges. Bridges.
It's not McHale, but it is Bridges.
Yes, Bridges.
Yeah, that guy. Watching him in an NBA uniform makes me sick.
I know. And they paying him too.
Yeah, so we clearly don't have. I shouldn't say we because I'm not with it, but as long as I guess I watch the games, I'm a part of it. But I would favor an NBA that has zero tolerance for that kind of mess.
Right.
But we live
So I
in a
don't know what's going to happen to Jackson, but anyway,
and nothing gonna happen to him. They're just gonna say some stuff.
yeah,
Uh,
they're just going to investigate.
yeah, but looking at the video, yeah, he had a he yeah, that was nasty what happened. So
Yeah, it was
uh,
nasty. We'll
yeah,
see what happens. But yeah, we just need, I mean, we're working AD to death. And I don't know how many minutes he's averaging, but probably in the high 30s, mid 30s, too many minutes. Let's just say that. And so is LeBron. But if they don't deliver every night, we don't win. And it's just, I don't know.
I I said this team is crap and during our intro, and I regretted it, but they sure look like crap tonight.
Yeah,
That's
they looked horrible tonight. They
after
better redeem themselves against Memphis. And Ja is playing like crazy. Oh my God. And Edie had like 24, 25 tonight, 12 rebounds. Oh, so yeah,
physical, athletic team, off the charts athleticism,
I know it.
aggressive,
Yep.
nasty attitude, loves taking advantage of the soft Lakers.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah. He's gonna kill us.
if we don't
We
come
just gotta
ready,
we gotta contain some of the other guys because we know Ja's going off. He loves playing us, going off, going to the hole. All those things are gonna happen with Ja. And we gotta control JJJ.
if we're not careful, we about to get blown out.
I know it. Bane is out. Marcus
It
Smart
helps
is
us.
still out.
That boy is nice.
He's nice. Yeah. He kills us too.
Yeah.
So we better be mad about this game and come in there and play that game because they're gonna be ready to get us. They love playing us. We beat them in the playoffs the last time we played them and all of that. And Ja is back. So we better be ready.
I had to sit there and watch these goofy dudes jumping off springboards and dunking. I got the Detroit feed.
Oh, you
Uh,
did?
yeah, and it made it
Horrible.
worse, to be essentially in the stadium dealing with the Detroit fans during the breaks.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was bad. It was just a bad game. So hopefully folks is pissed off and we come out and play and have a competitive game and beat Memphis because this road trip has not been successful.
we got to get back to Staples I wish we could get back to Staples, but we got to get back to I don't even like
Crypto,
saying the name, but
crypto.
yeah, where we got our celebrities and some
Yeah,
hype.
because they haven't played that well, but I'm still hopeful. What we 4-3? I don't want to go home 4-4. 5-3 would be, if you asked me in the first 8 games, they were going to be 5-3. I was a little leery, but they need to be 5-3 going home. Four and
After
four
watch,
is not acceptable.
after watching these last two games, I'm not hopeful.
I am. We got to. They need to. They was like it's like a must win, basically.
No, this was a must win.
Yeah, but you
This
lost
was a
this,
must win.
so now you got to say Memphis was going to be tough, but now Memphis becomes a must win,
Yeah, well,
and
if you
we'll see. We'll
win,
see how we. I'm always
if
the
you
kind of
if you lose
person.
a must win, what does that mean this early in the season?
I always feel like how do you, my thing is when something happens, how do you respond? I'm always looking for how do you respond. So this was an embarrassing, horrible loss. How are they going to respond against a good, really good team and on the road? I want to see what kind of character they have.
It's a
So I'm
good
looking
test.
forward to it. It's a
It's a
good
good test.
test. I
But
like these things early in the season. So
yeah,
maybe we can,
yeah,
put them in our bag. And when things start happening during the season, we're kind of ready for some of that. So this is a good test, I think,
it's a
although
good
I'm pissed
schedule.
off.
It's a good
Hmm.
schedule for our team.
Yeah.
The way we're starting the year,
Yeah.
it's kind of like we're very quickly going to know who we are.
Yeah.
And right now, it's very very mixed, trending
Yeah.
towards what the hell.
Yeah. We're
Um,
kind of like a 500 team, really.
yeah,
Some days we're really good, some days we're really bad. So we're kind of like,
which means
I
in
don't
the West we're not a playoff team.
know. 500 is not going to be a playoff team.
Hmm.
You got the Golden State Warriors 6-1.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, but they ain't playing nobody. They played Portland twice and Houston but anyway, they're flying high, so
You got to put the ball in the basket to win
you
it.
do. And we didn't tonight and we didn't play no defense. So
Mhm.
hopefully we learn from it and we come out with a better approach to this game. It's going to be tough though, because Memphis is always tough in Memphis. They ready for all those things, but I want to see how we respond and how we play. Like you said, do we go back to our running our system, moving the ball, getting good shots, rebounding the ball? We got rebounded by 18 tonight, and they don't even have a tall big man.
Okay, we got 7 minutes to go. Let me show you a chart. How do I find it? It is right there. Not that one, this one. All right, and I am going to bring it up. You steady talking crap
Mm-hmm.
about how offensive rebounding is a good thing. The top
Yep.
offensive rebounders in the league so far are all losing. The only winning team on here is Dallas in the top 10 in offensive rebounds.
Houston is 3-2. Golden State Warriors are 5-1. But this is a small sample size. Me and you know math. You can't go by no 6 games, 7 games. That is not an adequate sample size to make any kind of conclusions.
Three winning teams out of the top 10.
But you saw Detroit on there. No, Detroit's not on
Detroit,
there, but Detroit
Detroit is
out
Detroit
rebounded.
is winning in the rebounding category overall, big time.
Right, but they beat our butts tonight because they beat us by 18 rebounds and they had 10 more offensive rebounds than we did.
They are out rebounding the whole league, but they're losing to everybody but us and a couple other teams.
Well, they got 3 wins now, and they've had some close games. So it's
Mhm.
not like they only got blown out by the Knicks, but the other games were very close. They're young, still trying to win those games.
The point is there is no correlation between offensive rebounding and
But
winning.
I heard JJ talk about offensive rebounds, and when he talked about offensive rebounds, I was watching something the other day on NBA TV before he started with the Lakers, and he talked about he feels like the Lakers need to get up to team average on 3-point attempts. And he said there's 2 ways to do that to increase your 3-point attempts in a game. He said one way is getting offensive rebounds and kicking it out. He said that's the easiest 3-point shot in the league because the other team's not prepared. Most times the guards are already running back, and those are the easiest threes. And another way was to shoot pull-up threes. Well, some of those are the easiest threes. So he was using offensive rebounding. Just listening to that conversation is trying to increase our 3-point field goal percentage. He said, because we're below league average. And he said we needed to get, I think, 6 rebounds more a game to get up to league average. And he said that's one way to do it and the other way to do it. And so I think that's when least that's what I got from his conversation, that's when he's talking about offensive rebounds, is to create more opportunities for 3-point shots. I feel like it creates opportunities just for more shots. And when you shoot more than the other team, a lot of times you're going to win games. So,
Not if you miss. And that's how you get offensive rebound is by missing. That's the
but
first thing you have to
it
do.
don't have to be, it don't have to be that you're missing bricking a lot of games. It's just, and you only send certain people to the thing. You don't send the whole team offensive rebounds. Certain players go to the boards, you know.
We kind
And
of only
so
have one defender. His name is Anthony Davis, and he's our best rebounder.
he's our best rebounder.
Hmm.
Yeah, of course, he's our 7-footer. He's the
So
closest to the
therefore, he should
basket
be
than
getting
anybody.
back because he's our only defender. And that leaves Rui to get offensive rebounds, which he started
When
off the year getting.
I know now he's not getting them.
Hmm.
Austin Reeves was getting them early as well.
I think it's the wrong thing to focus on. I think Ham was right.
I don't think it's so much of focusing on it. I just think I think it's you always focus on rebounds. I don't care if it's offense or defense. Rebounds win rings. No rebounds, no rings. Phil Jackson used to say that. Pat Riley used to say that. No rebound and no rings. So whether it's offense or defensive rebound, we got out rebounded by 18 tonight with a team that doesn't even have a 7-footer.
Boardman gets paid. They got 5 athletes, all of whom can jump and get a rebound.
And so they crash the boards.
Yep.
Their whole team crashes the boards, but they're athletic enough to crash the boards and then get back down.
But that's why they losing.
Well, they're 3-5. We have to give them a little,
That's losing.
yeah. But hell, we 4-3, so it ain't a whole bunch of difference.
We are on a pathway towards losing.
But we're not going to get there. We're going to correct it, and we're going to beat Memphis. Let's go.
You, ladies and gentlemen, Donna Wright. She's always right. Let's hope so.
Let's hope so. We can't give up. It's only 7 games in the season so far. We can't give up yet, although it's not trending well.
We shouldn't have done it the night of the game because I'm tired and I'm mad and I just want to talk smack about the Lakers.
Yeah, we should. We have that right because we're Laker fans, so we get to talk smack about them when they don't do what they're supposed to do. So that's our job.
I got my man Chick back there. He's backing me. He's like, give it to him, Greg. They deserve it. All right, Laker fans. This has been the Purple Blood Laker podcast by Laker fans for Laker fans. We'll see you after the Memphis game, and let's hope we have a better showing than this.
Please. We will. I have faith.